We feeling good, we looking good. Let's just start with this video. What do I mean by making people obsessed with me? Like, what that is? Let me just explain quickly to you, because I've been recently diving deep again into this dilemma, into this problem. I'm not gonna say this, it's a problem, because obviously it's really, really nice. But let me just preface this and start with that. If you are making people around you polarized, you're going in a good direction. And why is that? Why be polarizing people is good? So except 2 years of my life, I was always a very honest person. I was always telling the truth, always telling what was on my mind. And throughout the years, I learned the hard way that many people don't feel good about it. And is that bad? Is my intention bad behind it? No. Because usually I wanted those people, I wanted good for them. I haven't had any bad intentions on my mind. But as you may know already, people don't really like being told the truth. In Poland here specifically, it is easier. People are more direct. It's kind of going in our, but especially overseas, states, something, people don't like honesty over there. And through all my years on this planet, I always had this very two types of people around me. There were people who hated me, from the deepest of their hearts, with different intentions. They were jealous of things I had. They were just being offended of my presence and stuff I do. And there were also the second type of people which really adored me, especially women, especially girls. I had this kind of, because I was on the dating apps from really young age, 17, 16 even, I think, where this was this fog of taboo around it. While I was in high school, I was using it already. And let me tell you, from the start of my days, I had it easy. I always have had my way with girls, but I'm starting to notice it even more and more and more and more, because right now I'm actually aware of this pattern that's happening. Because there are my interaction with girls on Tinder either ends after a couple of messages, usually with some kind of bad taste. Not a bad taste, but I don't like to fuck around. I don't like to waste time. I'm really open with my intentions and what I mean. So there are some girls that are offended by my well-being, being a red pill, the basic stuff. There are girls who are just when they are open to being open, because I don't fuck around. I'm not an open book, but I don't hide anything. I don't have topics that I cannot discuss. So this makes people really uncomfortable. And if you decide to go with the flow and to just open up and let yourself loose, let's just say that. And I'm gone on a date with a girl, and she also decides to just don't give a fuck, to just proceed with this and just go with the flow. She ends up really enjoying it. Let me tell you, I had girls tell me this was her best time of her life, because she was never able to open up to people that she knowed for 1 year, 2 years, that she is able to open up with me after 1 day, after 2 days. And why is that? I'm not some kind of malicious person. I'm really not. But if you just try to approach people with open heart, with open mind, if you decide to not be afraid of your mistakes, of that you can do shit wrong, if you open up to criticism, if you hear and just don't be offended when you when, for example, someone says to you that you are doing something wrong. People fear that, because we don't like being told that we are bad at something. But if you just stop giving a fuck and listen for a while what others have to say about you, this is really valuable. This makes people really respect you. And in the end, coupled with different characteristics that I'm gonna talk about as well, it's gonna make people obsessed with you. Going up to next point, it really stems from me after my first breakup. So I had this girlfriend for a really, really long time, when I was just in really bad times. I was drinking, I was smoking, I was taking drugs. The worst lifestyle I could possibly choose, and like everything in the not in moderation. I was just abusing everything. In that time, I wasn't really self-sustainable. I was really dependent on her. And while I was breaking up with her, I decided that I'm not gonna live like this. I'm not gonna be dependent on another person. Not to mean anything mean, because I still like have a feeling she was a good person, but I was a bad person. I was I was living my life in a bad way, and I was not living to my fullest. And after that relationship, I promised myself I will learn to deal with all the shit like in my way, on my own. I'm not gonna need any more people. I'm just gonna enjoy their presence. I'm gonna enjoy their company, but I'm not gonna need anyone else to live my life to the fullest. And especially if you are a man, this is such a like great quality, because other men will respect you, of course. I just hate dealing with men who cannot like do stuff for themselves, because it's all on my head then, and like I cannot relax around them. But also girls, like you have heard previously probably that girls like to be held hand by, like you need to hold them by, because they also want to relax. They don't want you. There are some masculine girls, like of course, but feminine girls, they like to be led by you, and they like to be around you with this like silly mindset around them. They don't want to be preoccupied with stuff. They don't want to like organize stuff for you, because then their energy changes and your polarization disappears. So going on, I learned to solve my problems on my own. I don't need my parents. I don't need a girlfriend. I don't need no one. I can do all my shit on my own. Okay. But then you need to like actually really enjoy your own company. And with music, with gym, I don't need anything else. I just can sit in my room here. I can record those videos. I can make beats. I can make tracks. I can like do all this stuff. And I'm really passionate about this. I really enjoy what I'm doing. And people want to be led in your life. If your life is interesting, people want to be in your life. People want to be led in your life. If you are this confident man who is not afraid of saying like, I want to work today. If you want to, just come join me. You may think it's like boring to your girl to just sit in a room with you when you are working. Not really. If you phrase it properly, if you just have this energy that something that you are doing is like fulfilling some kind of goal, it's important to you, and it seems like fun for her, she will like gladly sit around and just she can like do nothing all day, and she will enjoy that. So make people interested with your life. Now, going over probably like especially the most important part of this is not losing your frame. And you don't lose your frame by admitting to a mistake. Like say you went on a Tinder date and you performed not the best. If you laugh about it, if you don't like appear offended, if you don't appear scared, you will be fine. It is not about your action. It is about how you frame yourself. If people don't see the failure bother you, they won't bother you as well. Like, how? What the fuck, bro? No, really, like, people don't care whether you lose or you win. People don't care about the outcome most of the time. You care about the outcome. And if you seem fragile, if you seem bothered by actions, by like everything you do, if you, for example, decide to drop a track, like it reaches 10 views, and you seem this like really upset, and you just like gonna go cry about it to your friends, they will act in a way that they care, but they won't. They really won't. And funny thing about it is really like you can turn around every situation like to your favor. And the worst thing you can do, especially with girls, is to appear that you are losing control of stuff, like you are losing your frame and you are losing your advantage. Because the number one thing that people fear about me, that people people adore and that makes people really obsessed with me is that I'm bothered in work, in relations, in everything that I do. Not that I don't have emotions. I have a lot of emotions. I like really, but I'm unbothered. I don't care. I don't care about the outcome. If I'm gonna score fucking 0 views today, tomorrow, like 2 days from now. If I'm gonna face rejection from 10 girls, 15, I'm gonna text another 30. I'm unbothered. I don't care. And this is the most dangerous characteristic you can possess. Because if you are this relentless guy, if you are unbothered, like with outcome, if you don't just sit on your fucking ass and cry about like, oh no, she doesn't respond to me, no, like, bro, if you just become this fucking like a rock, like this, like you see those statues of these generals, if you become this like unmovable force, you will be unstoppable. You really will be. But it's up to you to train it to this extent that the stuff just don't bother you. That you are just this happy guy that flourishes with energy. The most you can do, especially if you are doing, like, this is fucking cheat code, bro, but when you are doing wrong, when you are doing bad in life, like you have a bad experience, like a couple experiences going forward, and you are not in your best mood, the best you can do is like revitalize other people around you, because they will see that even at your lowest, you can do your best. Firstly, like, it will actually make you more happy, because I really believe in affirmation. I started to believe in, if you are really like decide to be happy, you will be happy. But people will see that nothing can bother you, nothing can stop you, and you are really like, you have to feel it for yourself. The last point is that from the age of 14, 15, I never was chasing stuff. Like, if you are chasing girls, if you are chasing money, if you are chasing people, you will never gonna get them. This is actually the opposite. So, I never had like a girl break up with me. If I was just missing something, I just went and get it. Like, if I was missing cash, I wasn't like sitting on my ass and worrying all day, like how I'm gonna get it. Oh, like I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna do drop shipping. No, if you want your outcome to be better, if you want something in life, make it your goal, but reach it like in a smart way. So, for example, music. Like, we all want to, if you're watching this channel, probably musician yourself, and we all want to make money with music. So just make this your goal and don't detract yourself from this. Like, don't go to some stupid ass job. Like, don't try like drop shipping, other business models, because it seems so attractive right now. Be mindful with your actions. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed working on yourself, on your mindset, on your channel, like everything, bro, all that stuff, first link in the description. I'm going into more specific detail, more lessons like this in my school community. I'm gonna go today. Remember, don't chase, attract. And that's all from me today. Bye bye.